From a security standpoint, agencies should be mindful of how to best prevent fraud or unauthorized access to either the social media site or the state network. In almost every case where an attacker accesses a system without authorization, they do so with the intent to cause harm. The harm intended may be mild, such as making unofficial posts, tweets, or messages, possibly of an embarrassing nature, that will be seen by the public as official messages, using the compromised site to spread malware, or encouraging users to either click links or download unwanted applications that the attacker has added to the site. In some cases, the intended harm may be more serious. For instance, attackers could access the network and obtain information that could be used to compromise or disable the state system, state employees' information, or citizens' information. Since security is an ever-present concern, it should always be considered when working in any web-enabled system. It is important to note that security related to social media is fundamentally a behavioral issue, not a technology issue. In general, employees unwittingly providing information to third parties pose a risk to the core state network. Consequently, employees should know the major threats they may face and how to avoid falling prey. Prevalent social media security risks include third-party spear phishing, social engineering, spoofing, and web applet attacks. Due to the relative vulnerability of social media sites to these security exploits, it is important to be cautious when using such sites. In order to prevent potential harm, users of social networking sites should minimize the amount of information an attacker is likely to gain from a successful attack. For example, individual user IDs and passwords should not be duplicated across multiple sites. In this way, if one site is compromised, the attacker cannot also gain access to other sites for which the user is authorized. In particular, because of the importance of proper operation of the state network and the sensitivity of information stored on state systems within the network, a state employee must never use a current NCID password as a password on any other site. If agencies participate in social networking, agencies should provide security awareness and training to educate users about the risks of information disclosure when using social media, and make them aware of various attack mechanisms as described in this document. Ensure employees are aware of Privacy Act requirements and restrictions. Educate users about social networking usage policies and privacy controls to help them better control their own privacy in any profile they use for work-related activities, and more effectively protect against inadvertent disclosure of sensitive agency information. And educate users about specific social media threats before they are granted access to social media websites.